the last silver medal topic, the rise of Joel Embiid. I'm a Jazz fan. He did something terrible to my team. It was like hard to watch. The way he said he got in Donovan Mitchell's head. Donovan Mitchell then pushed him, and then he did flop. So he's even good at acting. This guy can do everything. He can hit threes. He can flop. He's got post moves. Joel Embiid, though, I'm telling you, this guy. We were talking about Giannis the other day, and Joel Embiid is just on another level. Have you ever seen a skilled? I think, to me, this is the most skilled big man in the league since Shaq. Would you?
I agree.
Yeah,
Percent.
What do you think of Joel Embiid and like what you've seen the past few games, in particular?
It's so unique to see a player like Joel Embiid. First of all, we didn't know if Joel Embiid would ever play in the NBA because he, 2 years after being drafted, he still hadn't played a game yet. But now there's a lot of teams that wish they had taken a risk in taking Joel Embiid if they had the opportunity. He's put up stupid numbers. 45, 15, 7, and 7. The first player ever to put up 45 points, 15 boards, 7 assists, and 7 blocks in the game. He has touch from outside. He can shoot threes. He's great defensively. He has a high motor. He gets in his opponent's head before the game, on Twitter, during the game. It's really cool to see not only how he's affected that team, but how that team has kind of grown together, even though they weren't playing. Like, you had Joel Embiid, you had Ben Simmons. That team is fun to watch, and that team going to go to the playoffs.
Yeah, Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid alone, they are two of the best talents. And I would mention Ben Simmons, but Joel Embiid, like you said, had a historic game. Ben Simmons has been having great games, and he will be on the podium at some point. But Joel Embiid dropping 45, 7, 7, and 14. You haven't seen that in decades. You really haven't. And everything we thought that Anthony Davis would do, Joel Embiid is doing. And I think that's scary that we saw him vault over what we thought Anthony Davis would do, because we really thought Anthony Davis was the next one. I think that's the crazy part of this next generation of like rookies and second-year players. They don't care about the status quo. They really skipped over that next generation. Giannis and Embiid and Ben Simmons. It's a new class of guys, and they're so skilled and multiverse in their talents. Like, if you watch Joel Embiid shoot a three, and you will see this is the new generation of NBA player. And then he had a couple highlights you can see also. This Euro step kind of post move that we saw guys like Manu Ginobili have. And now it's a 7-foot guy, 270, pure muscle. This guy is shaking off guys who are grown men in the NBA, and he just has so much skill. And I think what you said is part of it. Ben Simmons, all these other guys, they really help. But the elephant in the room with all these guys, can they stay healthy?
Yeah.
Do you think Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid play a combined 82 games together, which means 41 each at minimum? Do you think they can do that?
I think they can do that. I actually think both of them make it to, I'll say 65 games, because I know sometimes injuries happen in the NBA. She'll be out a couple games. So I think they can both get to 65 games. I know they really try to limit Embiid's minutes, especially because with big men and feet, it's the biggest cause of injury as our feet, especially for guys over 7 feet tall. So no, I think they can get there. They just have to monitor their minutes, especially because they're going to be playing a lot of basketball, especially in April and May as they get to their first playoffs since Andre Iguodala left. So yeah, I think they can do that.
And Joel Embiid, another guy who supports my theory I had with Giannis and Hakeem. These guys who play other sports like soccer, they have the footwork. They don't look like these awkward 7 feet guys. They look like true athletes, and I think that's really what separates these guys. So I compared him to Shaq. What's your comparison for Joel Embiid before we go?
I'd say he's a mix between a Hakeem Olajuwon and man, if Hakeem Olajuwon was more athletic and could shoot, that's who I compare it to.
Yeah, it's like if Hakeem...
You see him in the post and you see him do the dream shake over a player who's shorter than him, and then you see him on a pick and pop from the outside with Ben Simmons, and it's just like, man, this is a small forward, but just like, no, this is a guy that can put it on the floor and get buckets in the post too.
Yeah, you made me kind of think of this. He does have Hakeem's agility, but like David Robinson's body. You know, like in strength and just ferocity.
It's not a lanky 7'2". It's not a fat 7'2". It's like an athletic, cut, chiseled 7'2".
Yeah, he's a force, and people forget. People see like the chubby face Shaq now or the chubby face Charles. Those guys were about as cut and pound for pound scary. Like they weren't. They weren't Karl Malone chiseled, but they were on that next tier of like they're a little bulkier, but you don't want to mess with them, you know. So I really think, I think Joel Embiid, you give him a couple extra years, and he's gonna look even. He's gonna be even stronger, even more athletic, and then the shot. If him and Ben Simmons especially, they can just land a shot. Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, and Embiid already has a lot more touch than Simmons, which is surprising, but Embiid is just a revelation. Any final thoughts?
No, I think we got that one.